Hi, I'm Maddie. I'm Vintage Spice here on YouTube, and today I'm going to be filming a what sold video for last weekend, which was November 4th through 6th. I wanted to say thank you guys for being here. If you could take a minute to like and leave a comment, that would mean a lot to me. And if you've been liking my videos and you aren't subscribed, it would mean a lot if you would press that subscribe button. I have a spoiler alert for next week's video, which I'm very excited about. Well, technically it's this week, but it's gonna be my next video. I sold a bundle of 10 items on Depop, and I had a 9-item order on eBay as well. And those were back-to-back days, so I'm just really excited to share those with you next video. So yeah, really, really looking forward to that. And I was really grateful to those buyers who decided to buy multiple items from me. I have a story about a refund that I gave on Depop today. I had a customer reach out about a pair of boots that I sold them, and they thought that I misrepresented the boots in the listing. And I will say that the criticism they had about the boots was fair. I didn't mean to misrepresent the boots, but I guess I should have described the damage better and maybe lowered the price. And they asked for a 50% refund, but I was just really grateful that they decided to reach out to me before leaving a bad review, because that's just the worst when customers leave a bad review. When, as a seller, I would be so willing to give them a refund or just work with them on price or something like that. And so I was really glad that she reached out to me before giving me a low review. So I decided to give her a full refund, actually. And for me, that was worth it, because a lot of my buyers on Depop are return buyers, because they will, or repeat buyers, because they will like my aesthetic and dress in that same style every day. So they will want to shop at my store multiple times. And they'll also tell their friends who have similar styles too, and their friends will come shop at my store. So I decided it was worth it to kind of go above and beyond with my customer service and hopefully make that person a return customer. And they ended up leaving me a glowing review after that, which is just icing on the cake, and that was really awesome. And they said that they would definitely buy from me again. So I don't know if that's true, but it was really nice of them to say that anyway. So that's just how I handle returns, especially on Depop, because I have so many repeat buyers. Let me know if you have any opinions on the way I handled it, if you would have handled that differently, or if you think if that had been on eBay, I should have handled that differently. But yeah, anyway, we can get on to the what sold portion of this video. Okay, the first sale I want to share with you is an eBay sale. It is this Mark's Cape Kennedy latch that goes on the box. It just is the latch that closes the box, and it's small, from the 1960s, and this sold for the full sale price of $23.65, and the buyer was all in for $30.85 for just a small metal latch. Next is this Douglas Siamese cat plush, and you can tell this is an old listing because I don't take pictures on my carpet anymore. And if I did, I definitely would use Photo Room to white that out. But this sold for the full sale price of $30.02. Buyer was all in for $40.08. And I think this sold for a little bit higher than the other comps because I put that it was a Siamese cat. And I try to put the different breeds of cats and dogs always, because there will be people who have that same kind of cat or dog and will be looking for something that looks just like their own pet. And so I'm assuming someone with a Siamese cat bought this. Oh, and I paid $1.50 for this in a buyout. And for the Mark's latch, I paid about $2 for that in a lot. Next, this is vintage artisan dollhouse miniature. It is a little planter shaped like a reindeer. And this sold for a best offer of $18, and the buyer was all in for $25.45 for just this little tiny miniature. Here it is next to a ruler. So yes, very small. And I paid about $4 for this in a lot. Next is another cat plush. This is a Calico Cat by Ty, or TY. Her name is Maggie, and this sold for the full sale price of $27.29. The buyer was all in for $37.65, and I paid $3 for this. Next is this little cake topper action figure from 2007. It is a piñata character. I think it's from a video game. I'm not 100% sure, but I feel like it's from a video game. And it sold for the full sale price of $20.01. The buyer was all in for $27.76. And this is another pretty small item. It's just 3 inches tall. Oh, and I paid like pennies for that because I got it in a little baggie at a thrift store of just miscellaneous figures, and that one ended up paying for the entire bag. And then next is this Jurassic Park action figure. I got this at a flea market. I have less than $1 into it, and it sold for the full sale price of $17.97. Buyer was all in for $25.62, and this is just 3.5 inches tall. Next is another plush where I feel like putting the breed was really helpful. I actually don't know how to pronounce this breed, a Puli dog, but it's a really kind of shaggy dog. And this sold really quickly for a best offer of $25. Buyer was all in for $32.97. I paid $2 for this at a thrift store, and I think this sold in less than 24 hours. I feel like if I had just put shaggy dog, it would have taken a lot longer to sell. Next is this Mark's Yogi Bear Jellystone Park playset piece. It sold for the full sale price of $32.75. Buyer was all in for $41.39. This is also a really small item. And I had about $3 into this in a lot. And if you haven't noticed, I sell a lot of small items because I am not very good at shipping big things, and I'm also not very good at shipping breakable things. So that's why I stick to mostly toys and stuff that is not easily broken. Next, I have some Depop sales I'd like to share with you. The first is this really cute sweater. I describe this as fairy kai because that is a really popular search term on Depop. This sold for the full asking price of $23. Buyer was all in for $32. I paid $4 for this, and a follower of my store bought this. It sold within probably an hour, and I'm assuming it sold because someone was scrolling their following feed and saw it and liked it, because this person has bought from me 2 other times, and they've bought very similar types of sweaters every time. Like I was saying before, I have a lot of repeat buyers on Depop, and this is just one example of that. Next is this sweater with artwork on it. I've had this listed for a long time, since the beginning of last winter, so like a whole year. And this sold for a best offer, a sale price of $19.55. Buyer was all in for $26.55, and I think I paid around $2 for this at a thrift store. Lastly, I wanted to share 2 sweaters that someone bought in a bundle. So the first sweater is this plus size grandma sweater with the cute little birds on it. It sold for a best offer of $15, and they got free shipping because they bought 2 items. Everyone who buys from my Depop who gets a bundle who lives in the US gets free shipping. And lastly is another plus size grandma sweater with a bird on it as well. And they paid the full asking price of $23 for this, and again, they got free shipping. So that's all I have to share with you this time. But again, I'm really looking forward to the next video I film, because that will have the 10 item Depop sale and then 9 item eBay sale. So please tune into my next video. And if you had a favorite item that I sold, let me know. If you learned anything in this video, please comment below. I love hearing that. I love hearing when people learn something from me, because that just feels really good. Sometimes I'm surprised that people can learn from my videos, but it feels really amazing to hear that. So yeah, thank you for tuning in, and I'll see you next time.